as he does with their new bans in the mid lane matchup, and that drop their Janna ban, drop their Cho'Gath ban. There's the Janna ban on the other side for this one. That means that Lulu was up from before and Cho'Gath is up from before.
Lulu Varus, a very possible duo lane here for Longzhu. I want to draw your attention to the Malzahar ban, though. The Malzahar pick on the side of Samsung ended up forcing Longzhu away from a facilitator and with the glow. I think Rise would have been a heavy consideration for them. Went for the lane, and certainly the lane focus worked in the early game, but it didn't have that extra to guarantee the time to get ahead. He had to blind pick the Jax from there. It went away from him in this game. Getting rid of someone who is a blocker to some of those roaming champions can be used against Taliyah, most famously against the Galio, and also the particular pick of the Rise will give Longzhu a couple more options to get BDD ahead, because he's the one most likely to end up with the counter pick on the side of Longzhu.
Right now, Samsung Galaxy can pick almost exactly the same team composition here with the Sonic like the last time. As long as you're rushing through theirs, the Jarvan grabbed up and the Varus pretty early on as well.
And then this time around, I feel more inclined towards Longzhu giving this Jarvan to Khan on the top side, because this is a champion where he can build tanky in the later phases of the game. You know, he can be on the front line and fight a little bit more standard in that front to back, plus a little bit more standard this time around. Obviously, Longzhu do have Lulu there for the Ardent Sensor.
Look at this, more differences coming through here. They had the option of playing the same Rakan as last game, playing the exact same bot lane. Instead, they want to play the Terror here to this one. Of course, a great team fight tank out of support role as well. That area of effect and vulnerability, huge for those 5-on-5s.
I mean, Samsung has the same read that we did. All right, Longzhu, you tried the split push, you tried the Jax, go more towards the team fighting. The Tarek, one of the best team fighting supports. Sejuani as a premier frontline. You see the Rise will already be banned. So this Malzahar Rise tug of war that was won by Samsung, blinding the Malzahar and preventing the Rise from really being a realistic pick, is once again happening in this series.
Cassiopeia adding to the mid lane ban pools. BDD gonna hope that he can get himself an advantageous mid lane matchup, and that like Jarvan can work out in the end. Greg is still off the table, of course, against
I'm no hero, just a yordle with a hammer.
And it's that eerie feeling I had before the series when I talked about Samsung's preparation. It feels like they are suddenly that 1 inch ahead in terms of where Longzhu wants to go. It does feel like Khan will be taking the top lane Jarvan in this game. Taliyah is also a big pick for Crown, who brought it back into the meta after the nerfs took it out of Worlds 2016. And he'll actually be the one blinding it in this game.
Yeah, we'll see if he's actually able to gain any sort of space to roam again, though. You know, Ambition is back on the Sejuani, and we'll see what Cud has to roam, because it looks like it will again be the Jarvan in the Sejuani matchup, as the Cho'Gath is locked in for Khan.
Hoping to get rid of some of the frontline tanks. Of course, Maokai and that ilk is still available if they want to. But Shen, of course, another one of the big top lane tanks, but will be very durable. Top laners, pretty durable. Looks like Cinderhook jungle too as well. The Orianna and Taliyah going to be a new twist in this matchup.
Shen pairs so well with Taliyah. Both solo laners this time around, very well equipped for Samsung to play around that bottom side, to start that roaming game.
It's Khan's first professional game on the Cho'Gath. Do note, they will have lane priority in top and bot, and mid lane does start to equalize out as well as the laning phase goes out. So this is one of those traditional drafts from Longzhu, but with different champions. It's not the ultra comfort on top lane, especially BDD, when it's not the Taliyah, when it's not the Galio. His next default has been Ori.
And Cube here with the Shen, early on, getting the pass-through damage on Cho'Gath. You can get some really good trades. It's all about, can the Cho'Gath actually get up to the minion wave, you know, to utilize the passive and heal back up. And again, the junglers were watching so close for how they're going to affect those early lane matchups.
Junglers are really a big deal in
utilize
this series. Contrary to what we expected coming into this one, where Ambition had been toothless entirely in the early game this time around, that we got the series, the GameStop series, the got a lot of that. Contrary to what we expected coming into this, because Longzhu were kind of winning almost all of their lanes. Got that first turret gold, the game still remained close. We'll see if Samsung Galaxy can once again hold on this time around, though the composition's much more similar. They're 5v5 fights on both these sides. Lulu Varus versus Tarek Tristana. Personally, I'd give a lot of edge to Tristana having more damage in the late game team fights. We'll have to see just how Prey can do it, because he is absolutely one of the world's best, especially on a signature Varus.
Always hurts the 80s damage numbers a little bit as well if they're playing against the Spirit's Refuge. Blocks out key auto attacks during those team fights, but Prey, especially on the Varus, did have that 1500 DPS game. It was absolutely insane.
Yep.
It was definitely playing against two health stacking tanks, which Varus and all his percent hit damage
really against Stoneplate, a little unfair for damage numbers. That's all. That's pretty biased, but we are into this one. Prey gonna find some opponents.
First time we've seen Samsung with this lineup go for anything other than a full 5-man point defense.
Chia sẻ khoảnh khắc yêu thương của bạn để có cơ hội đến thiên đường Mandy dành cho hai người. Tham gia ngay tại dopamine khởi nguồn yêu thương.com.vn.
In the early game, it's going to be a bit of a struggle when the globals are online to actually make the sort of tempo plays, the invasion plays, the proactive plays that Longzhu are known for, because there is a lot of those global abilities. The ultra late game. Arrow doesn't mean they can't do it, but they would not want to fall into 2 games on the blue side, 2 defeats, and already require a reverse sweep for their world's life. But that's actually on the plate right here.
A little bit, of course, at the beginning of the game, minions have just spawned, and it all comes down to execution more often than not here.
Khởi nguồn yêu thương. Nay, tiền lời hơn với viên ngầm hợp mộng mới.
Of his entire career. Into Wolves into maybe his blue.
Vision throwing up his pathing, and Samsung also getting deep vision and knowing where Cuz started, something they hadn't been doing in previous series. So we keep mentioning this laundry list of things Samsung need to work on. The laundry list is getting shorter as they continue to adapt.
Maybe some big plays could be required out of Longzhu. Speaking of which, throughout this weekend, make sure to add hashtag World's Big Plays, the moments that make you take to Twitter. We'll be on the lookout so you can share your tweets with us throughout the knockout stage. We'll show off how acute you are at seeing the big plays here in this one as bot lane starts the battle, and it's an early push actually for Samsung Galaxy.
Meanwhile, Cuz gets the early Scuttle Crab. Double buff right into securing some vision around that top side for Khan on his Cho'Gath. Playing fairly defensive right now, just going to let Cuvée push into him a little bit. They have no eyes on Ambition. And if Cho'Gath loses his flash, so we've seen a lot of Cho'Gath actually. You can't pull it on and focus and kind of give away so much pressure in that early game because of overextending.
Why so much effort from Longzhu was put around setting up the top lane. Scuttle Crab getting the coverage vision to allow Longzhu this push away. And also Prey and Gorilla were very much on the back foot in bot side. Letting Khan control the lane top side by largely having Cuz around there. A good way to ensure that those early game repeat ganks can't happen for
Gotta make sure we keep track of the jungle where they're going. Cuz gonna get both scuttles in the first round of the jungle. Ambition level 4 already, getting everything but the drug for himself. And looking at the top side, as we mentioned, Khan's been being pushed in, and that wave's still very far away. So the best Ambition has is a counter jungle, or sorry, a counter gank, as he gets his own Krug. The rest of his camps are all seen. Cuz right now down a level though, and down one of the camps.
Meanwhile, Prey and Gorilla push up the lane on bottom side as Cuz over there as well to provide the extra support and vision. They do damage vision not on this side due to that Scryer boom and all the camps are getting cleared out.
Just little moments like that shows the veteran status of Longzhu. When they had their jungler top side, they were under their turret. The moment they knew for sure that Ambition was top side, they were able to push in. Yeah, by far the least attention in a duo lane here. The World Championship. Lane control is also important to stop that being an Achilles heel for Longzhu.
And the early game comes through, or sorry, the hyper early game, and it's 100 gold up for Ambition, getting an extra camp out against Cuz, who's through his own jungle just now, as the Scuttle Crab's all despawn and the Vision goes away. But Longzhu's still doing good elsewhere, of course. Their bot lane up 6, and so far so good for this squad, looking for the victory here, as Cuz looks for the mid lane. Ambition right around him, and Crown is low, looks for the flash, Knock him gets it, the flash away, but he's still gonna go down. The chase in is there, first blood comes through for Cuz, getting revenge against Ambition.
Crown was very clearly tunnel vision, did not see the initial EQ come in. The flash to course correct on point as well, and another game where BDD and Co get an early lead.
Cuz early visit towards the mid lane, and we'll see what they can do at this time around, because this is Longzhu playing a much more standard team composition for the meta. We talked about this being the team where that is really the outlier, especially for Khan himself, who's not playing a lot of this game. We'll have to keep an eye on him and see how he continues to play this matchup, because the Cho'Gath there are some things that are very important in this matchup. You know, having the Rupture, keeping vision of the Shen to be able to interrupt, especially the early Stand United, that can have huge impact. You definitely have to be able to keep some pressure up there and keep that vision, while also, as we said, not exposing yourself to those games that are really easy to get up.
Kobe, it's not often that the team that comes in the favorite, the tournament favorite, is the one rolling the dice first, but that's what game one represented for long. We're going to see the first game. Brown had no idea this was coming. Very nicely capitalized on. Clean stuff from Kazu, like you mentioned. Freak only started picking up the jungle Jarvan during this tournament when it was a big pick to everyone around the world in the weeks leading.
And there's a lot of times where people would say, oh yeah, you know, the flash for the knock up there after your EQ a lot of times is not worth going for, because you don't bring the extra damage with you when you're flashing and you're just getting that CC. But because EQ was so close, they knew that it was for sure follow up there. He can add the damage on Orianna, holding it to keep around his face for another second there. And the double answer, you see no hesitation, you immediately both follow up and then grab that first blood.
Because Longzhu is still very much this evolving squad, only one split behind them. It's actually Khan's first professional game on Cho'Gath. Was never a pick that they looked to. He had very much his own unique champion pool during the course of the group stage. Well, young and old, his careers. No BD smashes down.
He's got the cleanse. He's going to wait for the stop. Here comes the ring into the top side. Shot going to find two for this one, but still, it's going to be the damage coming across the top. And the kill in for Crown in the mid lane. That's going to land. This could be Cuz dropping as well. 2 for 0 so far to Samsung Galaxy. Khan to be stunned up if they want it, but there's no follow-up going to be had. Still 2-0. A great fight for the red side.
Yeah, Longzhu had an idea that there was going to be a possible counter gank here around mid lane, but instead of having Khan on the top side to try and interrupt the Stand United, they have him come down the river to join, and they started out before, or Samsung started out before he could even get close enough to have an impact. So the first Stand United, huge there for QV. Samsung are able to right the mid lane ship. They get the kill. They get 2 kills actually for themselves, and then are able to steal away the second red.
I think first was Core JJ. He's now with ambition, counter jungling the enemy red as well. So the timing, like you say, Kobe, oh so important, getting that extra objective after the trade up. You know, going on to the Cho'Gath for the first time in competitive play, there are those nuances, like where is the right place to be against the Shen? Is it in his eye line trying to interrupt Stand United or make the counter rotation? It's other pitchers in Khan react first, but much more difficult for him.
Maybe he can recover from himself on this one. 0-0-0 and down 5 CS right now. QA has definitely had a better game so far early on. One of the best top hitters in Korea. Flash of the Gorilla. Maybe the box of Sun. Power of that duo. Push in the Dazzle Stun, Crystallized Starlight, where does he go? Looks pretty well for himself.
Really respecting the level 6 that was just pinged. Extra burst there for Ruler. Frey only got it on the back end after a couple of minions went down.
Oh, bottom lane might be Sophie. Remember the last play was around mid lane, and Crown didn't have to use his ultimate to get there. Now they're definitely outnumbered.
2 skills to cut him off properly. Here comes the wall. There's nowhere for Longzhu to go. Ulti pop as well. They're going to be durable for this one. 1 kill. Make it a second one. The barrier pop means nothing. And the second kill comes in. 2 for 0 in the bot lane.
They didn't even have to mute any damage with the Taric ultimate there, because they had the 4-2 easy dive for Samsung. Now let's see if they can actually continue to pressure this turret. Doesn't look like there's any defense on the way.
And they're playing Longzhu's game as well. Double control ward, triple control ward now on the bot side. Playing around the bot side, no interest in ganking the Cho'Gath, getting the maximum value. 2 kills, and also the first tower.
Impressive for Samsung yet again. Playing to the team composition here. They're able to press the momentum here in the game after the successful counter around mid lane. Crown, the ultimate, very nice roam on that Talia early on to really start to open up the map now.
That's ridiculous.
They just continue 2,000 gold. Pretty nice to try and finish the rough fight again.
No information at all on the bot side. They've been playing around top side, expecting that Khan would be the recipient of all the gems. Gorilla only level 5 at the start. There.
Getting back into getting the pressure after the first look of BDC, of course, those flashes were down. Part of that mission to get into that lane, bring down Kube at the level 6 Shen, and those 2 kills. cut crown that roam pretty easily, and he made a lot happen in that bot lane here as the power spike push forward. There's going to be nothing to smirk at right now for Samsung Galaxy.
And again, gold leads are one thing, and item completions are another as well. Not only are Longzhu in a gold hole right now, but you're about to hit that point where Rage Blade is half completed. Your next purchase would have to be a big one. You do not want to go back for a small purchase because Blasting One does not give you combat effectiveness. And there's going to be a power trough here in addition to the gold disparity. The power disparity is huge.
That's why Samsung don't go topside and try to get another turret, try to increase the pace of the game and allow answering gold to go to Longzhu. What you want to do in this scenario is make Frame Gorilla accountable for as long as possible because they just don't have the items to take standing trades against their opponent. Sana has the option to stay in lane or to use BF sword to rotate around. They're doubling down on their advantage. Longzhu actually being able to get any semblance of control bot side after what happened with the Tilia who can run, with the control water already prepared, is difficult. So you're actually ending up denying CS to the Praying Gorilla, even though it's only 11 minutes into
Life is difficult with this dual lane. Not a lot of wards in that jungle. There is one that spots the Sejuani moving down, so they know what's going on. And seeing Gorilla playing very far back from the result, kind of afraid the same. But it allows the wave to push to that tier 2 turret. There's always that threat of Vision coming down. Crown the same. And this again should be spotted to a certain extent. There are wards around. How much can you really do against Ruler here?
Yeah, even if they spot it, you know, a Shen Standing Knight is available as well. And all you can really do is try and defend at the turret here for Longzhu. They're doing their best to clear out some of the vision, but the threat is so big here from Samsung.
Mike? Alright, Cuz got something, the little victories, because maybe they won't get the big ones here into this one.
Clears out a ward, smites the big chicken away. Whew.
Unstoppable.
Irony of this game cannot be lost on viewers, though. We're seeing Samsung use the same sword, in fact, stab Longzhu with the sword they've been wielding for the better part of the summer season into Worlds, playing the same sort of style. The Tilia is certainly one of the big comps that Longzhu default over to. Longzhu now adapting more of the meta, going for the Cho'Gath, and Samsung executing in a way that they never really were able to in the group today.
There's been nothing but praise for all of the players on Longzhu, for every other player at the Worlds Tournament about how good they are at their position and how little they can do against this team. But Samsung are just swinging away here, back-to-back games, and this one looks very good for them as well.
And Longzhu fall behind with these Rage Blade carries. They largely like to keep a 4-man group and have Prey solo down a minion wave, just queuing them, just farming to get to the Rage Blade spike. That blasting one, everyone who plays AD carry shakes their head, knows how bad that feels for now. They still can't look for standing DPS trades unless they know for sure the enemy AD carry is going to be out of it. They'll be low on that.
Ooh, the knockup actually gets them through, and the polybomb there as well. Shockwave buys even more time, and the kill does come in. The layer crowd control. I don't know if Ruler had the chance to flash, but never did hit the ability, and now Riptail, if it doesn't run out of patience, it does though.
Say no more, Papa Smithy. He is out of it. Ruler is dead. Flash and Barrier are available, but he just got CC'd from 100% to 0 almost.
Got a bit like week 1 Ruler, where he was really struggling to have those late game impacts picked up for week 2, but dying with everything available seemed like an impossibility. Could have said the same about some of Longzhu's decision making in game 1.
Especially the Barrier, right?
You can cast it all the time.
Because if you buy a little bit more time with the Standing Knight coming in, you know.
That's there, maybe you can get the dodges, yeah, but either way, it did land well for Longzhu, so something to go back into this one still. 1,500 gold to come back as we watch this one more time.
Maybe he didn't think he needed it, but here we go. They get the interrupt initially, and then Gorilla immediately polymorph afterward. Shockwave was able to get that.
That was actually a surprise to come out of first. I was going to put out there. It looked like 400 HP and he's dead, so still no excuses. Could have gone for the earlier Barrier and taken down complete out of nowhere to the side of Prey. They also have already completed the Ardent Sensor, so when it comes to standing damage trades, the game kind of takes a left turn that wasn't on the cards until Ruler made that critical solo mistake.
More power spike certainly for Varus, and it's a really nice linear growth here. Hurricane's great to buy the thing you would expect against triple melee. You know, especially tank melee, he's going to get plenty of damage out of that one, so Prey's going to be pretty happy scaling throughout the rest of this one. Ardent Sensor done on both sides as well, of course. And yeah, I think Longzhu have kind of crusted over some of the really difficult parts of this game. spike the blue buff is in. But it's across the board, can't quite get that one. There's one Lampic cross armor, and blue will be handed over to BDD, gets that clean up. When they cut him off, actually gives it a little bit of extra free time to move it, but only gets EU auto attacks off. Pulls back with the assassin charge, and a half HP turret as long as he looks for back a bit more. Prey won't pull the ultimate. Rocket Jump would be there in time.
Again, when you look at the bottom lane, it's not that big of an issue because if they're both close to each other, they cannot join these fights. Yes, the teleports are available, but both of them can interrupt each other. So both of these four-man squads defending very aggressively here. And as you said, the Rift Herald is available for Longzhu if they really want to push it.
They're cheeky at all. Half-health turret would go down. A little bit of a stun. Now Khan's got to be careful. Getting away with it. Does not get pushed back, but he's got to watch out for taunt range. He's going to kite them back and stay alive. And see if he saves his life. Cuz nearby as well, meaning a soon 3v2 means no more fights to be had.
Often see the smooth moves from the Cho'Gath, but able to walk away there and not even have to use his flash. Top lane tug of war, kind of being all around the vision control. Longzhu being able to establish the two control wards around their blue buff has been able to actually push up and equalize lane pressure with Samsung, despite how the early game went and the globals available. Samsung, they know the wave will, of course, cool down for a little bit longer. So the pace slowing down a little bit, given how things started, is the first part of a multi-part process to bring Longzhu back in.
It is just so strange talking about how backwards the game feels for Samsung Galaxy. Early Longzhu saying, all right, we'll actually play for team fight, and on 4-1, we're hoping to scale it to late. And Rule got a face check in the fray. A lot of damage coming across. Duke's away from the stun, but this could be enough for Gorilla to drop down. Look for a bit more. There's Yield coming across. There's no way for Prey to get any more damage in. As the rest of the team joins in as well. Cuz quite low. The flash backwards. A nice knock and device in time. In the wall. Weaver's wall won't quite find the rest of the team, but it is BDD isolated coming in by himself 1v4 and flagging this to get himself killed regardless. 1-0 Samsung.
Did not have the lane priority for BDD to walk straight down. He's pincered by Crown and taken down, even if the 4v4 fight was so even. Now not 4v4.
Ooh, a drop comes in though. A kill through for Khan, getting one for himself. The trace back because he's going to lose his life. A nice little bit of damage out of Kube's Shen. One for on the bot side. Still though, it beats lane pressure for Samsung Galaxy. The top turret to fall.
Exactly. Samsung still with the extra man advantage here, and they will claim this objective afterwards. Can I just say that we should have all fights start with AD carries walking point blank into each other?
Sure, okay.
Things are getting extremely exciting there. We did just see again Samsung with the ability to join the fight faster. Counting on the Talia. Then as you said, the killing goes over. It's BDD walking up the river here on the Orion.
Own weapons being used against him in the up-down pistol fight. We see the replay. Rule is told to return to the lane because he has ambition to call JJ around. First not matched, is not enough there. You see the cosmic gradients come down, but it's all about the minimap here with the mid lane.
Exactly. Look at the minimap. BDD is walking up the river, but Talia gets to make up that entire distance, and all of a sudden, you're left on the wrong side there.
And he almost got over the wall. Couldn't quite do it. Only got over Weavers, not the actual some of the Rift ones. So stuck on the wrong side of that corner. Too bad. It was close. He was close to the engage. A lot of
Take him down first. There's any frontline pressure here, but ends up being 1-for-1, and you're already near the minion wave, but supporting Samsung, picking up turrets to 0 so far.
Really pretty safe on that one. The rocket jump in time to get out of the rupture from Khan, but Mountain Drake alive, and with Ruler on the other side of the map, this could be a little bit of something. Kube has teleport though if he wants to join the fight, or he might give it away.
Again, Longzhu are on a timer here. Both side lanes pushing for Samsung. They could collapse at any moment here. Teleport starting to channel for Shen.
Around backside, oh, it's going to be a pickup there for the blue team, and here comes the Giant of vulnerability. The first kill coming through already for Crown. 1-for-0, and Cub's going to drop, making it a second one. And it's going to be a Giant stop on the backside. This could be him, and he stopping to buy a few seconds, but it doesn't matter. A triple kill coming across. Two actually back in, but Khan not going to lose his life. BDD the last one to remain here, but he's in a 1-versus-3, and Crown gonna have the damage. King me, a quadra kill for Samsung's mid laner.
Samsung are setting the pace of this game, the tempo of this game. They decide to fight. Prey does not have the two items he traditionally does have because Longzhu are the ones deciding when to fight traditionally. Tradition's gone. Opposite day is here, and Samsung Galaxy are careening through me.
Yeah, the game just cracked wide open here for Samsung. They're able to get tremendous amount of pressure with two turrets in mid lane, huge minion wave pushed into the bottom lane. They're able to beat so much off of the map.
We know Samsung Galaxy has this power. They had this one themselves in the last play for last year.
BDD once again is separated from his team. Look at him hopelessly walk forwards and back, forwards bullets in back. Doesn't even have flash. He's trying to go for an aggressive flash over the wall. Prey was getting auto attacks up, but unfortunately it was a Sejuani or an altered Cosmic Radiance target. He could do nothing.
There have been so many questions for Crown with his summer performance in the LCK very much lacking. You know, which Crown will we see here at the World Championships? How much are we going to get out of Crown on this stage? And he's definitely showing up here. Huge plays for him so far.
Much applause to Samsung themselves as the audience here in Guangzhou. Again, I want to bring up the point I did before the rudely interrupting replay showed up here. Samsung Galaxy last year around this time put their new roster together, beginning of summer split. Crown got the start for JJ, and the rest of the squad all lined up here. And they made it to the World Finals. Almost out of nowhere, they were a top 4 finisher in the LCK, and they made that beautiful run. And if spring Crown was the MVP, it seemed like they would keep it going. They'd be such a strong team, but summer, it started lacking. Crown himself started being overlooked. BDD was then the MVP in the summer split. It's long team to be on. It looks like Samsung Galaxy looking to reclaim that.
You guys remember the opening day tease in the week 1 of Tour groups, a lot of people were saying, we got to Worlds, this is the place, what happened before doesn't matter. And I think when people looked at this game, they felt the same way. They were like, there was a regular season, spring and the summer. But think about this tournament, Longzhu's been on a tear, and Samsung have looked weak. But again, this is Longzhu versus Samsung. It's a Korea versus Korea match. It is an extension of what happened in the summer season. So actually coming in here, you can see that actually the earlier tournament meta has been turned on its head, and Samsung can play proactive as well as Longzhu.
And even last year at Worlds, in Korea versus Korea, best of 5, people did not expect Samsung to push SKT far at all. Yet we got 5 games in that series. And here, at least we're going to get that. Samsung don't want to even let Longzhu have that many.
And it's been a pretty remarkable run. I know a lot of people coming in saying, why doesn't KT roster here? Samsung Galaxy, they look like pushovers this one, but they won that regional final match to get the spot, and now up against the toughest competition you could probably have at Worlds, the undefeated Longzhu up until now. Looking very solid. They won game 1, game 2 looking good as well. 6,500 gold up in 22 minutes is a sizable advantage. Looking to close it out to be a 2-0 start in this best of 5.
Wherever core JJ is, very difficult for Longzhu to do anything, because you can just pop the Cosmic Radiance if the team is grouped. Talia will rotate first, Shen will rotate first over the Cho'Gath. Basically, wherever Samsung goes, you can see Longzhu going one way, and that's defensively. And basically the whole map, especially the Baron side, is controlled by them.
Samsung top is so difficult to deal with for Longzhu at this point because Samsung has so many tools to start out the fight, and then, as you mentioned so many times with the Tarek, they have the tools as well to ensure that they can survive the duration of that fight. Makes it very difficult for Longzhu to try and navigate those two
support here. AoE art centers. Even on the tank, the mages actually can make most of the auto attack. In particular, Wolfcamp here getting more and more farm away because Gone only grabs himself the red buff, no chance.
How many times do we have to see Samsung push in, contest, push up vision, and then go back to the Baron that we know there's been no ability for Longzhu to ward before they use the other thing Tarek can do so well. We see it this time. They're very fast Baron power, and Longzhu, understandably, are on the back foot and slow.
Teleport coming in, but the Weaver's bomb prevents it. Cuz gonna try. He can flash, but it's half HP. Doesn't look get knocked back, but does get stunned up. Here's the ulti pop. This could be the team fight. Samsung not quite able to kill Cuz. This is the Tarek ulti down. Got him a bit early. Shotgun goes by the front line. That is not major damage. Drone play pops through by Khan. Stay alive a bit longer. Finds the silence. Push back to the team. Watch out for Prey. Down a half HP for crit out of Ruler. This will be a disengage.
What a close skirmish right there. Timing a little bit off, but in the end, nobody going down, and Longzhu did stop the parry. So at that, objective completed, even though it cost them the Cho'Gath teleport. See?
Again. Stun on the Cho'Gath. They're going to walk forward. Prey at half HP. No easy way into the fight. Flashes up on everyone but Cuz here. Crown winning around the wide.
Samsung trying to bait for the Stand United engage there. They had QV in base, waiting to pull the trigger, but Longzhu again, do not step out of line.
And Samsung, just like game 1, eventually became a game of chicken around the Baron with the Malzahar. They can just have ambition, start Baron, heal off, Warmock's healing comes out, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and wait for that colossal mistake that we did see a couple of times in the first series. So the Baron focus worked in game 1 so far. It's fine. Who knows? Second item cleared by Brave. It is not the Hurricane. It's not for the AoE. He's trying to buff up the damage and hope maybe some magic resist shred will help out the Orianna Shockwave.
Matchboost itself, of course, pretty little against Lee, but this is not, I would say, the best team fight out of you could go for here. AoE Ardent Sensor is just so strong, and all the on-hit damage from Rage Blade the same. It pays off, but I am not looking positively on Tracy to put the damage out.
Effect or not. Yeah, a lot of times when judging the AD carry buy, and the pros of Wit's End to me are almost always focused heavily on the defense part and the magic damage, magic resistance that you're getting. So we'll see if he's able to survive this like all margins, and magic damage threats are definitely there on Longju, or I mean on Samsung. And Bray has had success, half offensive, half defensive builds before. We'll see if this one's actually going to be a breaker, because Samsung has so much control, and they're starting up Baron yet again.
Help up the Baron. They're going to pull off his Torture Dagos. They're about half HP. Weaver's Wall looks to be engaged. They found the stun. Looking for the flashback. Craig going to stay alive because going to lose his life. 1-0 on this. The re-engage, and they're going to get the second one. Not like as Crown continues. 100% kill participation. 13 kills in 26 minutes.
It's so easy for Samsung. There's no teleport on Han, and of course, the Stand United and teleport available from Samsung. This time they got the turn they wanted. One member goes down. Uber stomp through with the Tristana, and it's turned back onto the map.
The biggest difference is that we always talk about teams successfully using Baron and teams failing with it, that you have to have forms of crowd control to force the fight and ensure the engagement during the invulnerability. Samsung just forced this so hard immediately as soon as Longju comes down the river to face check, and Vision is in there. Stand United's on top of him to Leo Wall, and there's no fighting back.
Cho'Gath is slowly walking. There's nothing he can do. The fight is over before he even comes into the picture. Lady Pi's Gorilla. A couple more seconds of life. You're right, Kobe. They may have Orianna and Jarvan, which sounds like a good combo. It's not going to be threatening the backline. It's not going to be able to get big damage there. And Bray, to me, probably went with them because they're not going to choose when a fight starts. He's probably going to dump a lot of Hurricane bolts into the Cosmic Radiance. He's just trying to survive.
Do that, but it's going to be pretty difficult. Almost 10,000 right now. It's 25% gold lead nearly for Samsung Galaxy. Things down the line. Every single member has more items, more levels, more gold, more everything. As another turret's going to fall right here, making it over 10k now. 5 Samsung Galaxy poised. 0 start against almost every single expectation.
Against Samsung, and the questions are already arising of how will they be able to recover in this series, if at all, after such a strong showing here in game number 2 for Samsung as they continue to pressure.
Yeah, more and more damage coming across. Continue wave for this throw at half HP. Another engage in the top side. 2v1 against Kuba. He's got flash though if he needs it. The silence has already worn off. He's not going to go across the wall just yet. There he does. And gets away from Cataclysm. Burns nothing important.
No idea how that was expected to work. He was holding onto his cooldown. Still has flash available as well. Does mean they're outnumbered on the bot side as well.
Continue. Shockwave not going to go quite the right time. Proper buffering from Ruler. Casts it late enough. The Shockwave lands and then rockets him.
Missed a couple of those up. So we'll pop Ruler that time, actually getting the priority right. Brown happily going side lane. Khan hasn't been able to itemize too further into anything real. Inch backs away.
Samsung continue to try and use the Baron buff on all 3 lanes, pushing in these minions and chipping away at the turrets. Here comes the Weaver's Wall to help out with the isolated damage on mid.
Locks out BDD, and that means bot turret's going to fall mid lane, sure to drop as well. The damage is in. 2 more turrets have fallen. 15,000 almost to lead. The sun comes across. This could be the fight. That closes the game. A knock up there, but no one's going to fall. It's only Prey dropping and Ruler safe on the backside. The Chase continues to stun delay, and then because this Jarvan could be losing his life, he's going to stay alive a little bit longer. Ambition can't quite find the knockup, but a 5v4 as the team re-engages. Botland inhibitor to fall. Cuz forced to retreat. Khan unable to do anything in the front line. A flash actually out. They were afraid of dying to Crown's damage output. 14-5, under 30 minutes, a stomp of a game so far for Samsung Galaxy. They've pulled in Khan. He can't survive, but maybe he can. Is he going to limp away and stay up there with the chase into BDD? A little bit more as Cuz going to fall. The second one to drop his Gorilla. And a nice knockback by Crowd, looking for another quadrant. Not yet going to have it, though. BDD staying alive in the back lines. And it just simply doesn't matter. 2 versus 5, Samsung Galaxy will not be stopped. Perfect kill participation, a sub 30-minute Game 2 win for Samsung Galaxy.
Samsung looking so good right now. Game number 1, they play as expected, survive the early game.
Crumps and him being held down, and also Khan being largely trivialized by Cube once again stepping up, leaves Longzhu Gaming on the precipice of a sweep.
Of course, as we switch sides, we have the bans look a little bit differently. Jace on the one side, and Galio actually holding up the mantle of the blue side ban here, as Zaya continues to be dropped out from Longzhu Gaming. They had first picked up the first one as a sort of denial, and now they're unwilling to give it away. Janna going to be added to that pool once again, and one final ban to come through from Longzhu for first pick.
The Janna ban makes so much sense because either they'll be taking Lulu at first pick if it's available, or they can return to the Sejuani. They basically force a ban, force the hand of Longzhu, and they can just take the Sejuani that so far has looked very impressive from Ambition.
Nobody's been able to punish it early on, and it's been such a big part of the initiation for this team. Ambition playing very well so far, doing a lot for the team. But Cuz on the Jarvan might go right back to it. It just has not had that effectiveness.
And you can see the priority in getting maybe a comfortable mid laner in. Of course, we know the Malzahar is still up. That was so scary before, but I feel like Taliyah can do reasonably well in the matchup. Taliyah going to be grabbed up for BDD. True comfort for him with his Galio off the table. The Jarvan, I think, still likely to be an early pickup here for either cut.